Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 16. So I feel like last episode was more of a setup for future events more than anything. Got introduced to a bunch of characters from Xing, the country in the east. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We got Mei, who is currently traveling with Scar and Yoki, which is a very interesting band of people. You know, Scar's trying to kill the state alchemist, and he's after Ed and Al, obviously. Mei wants to meet Ed because she's trying to figure out immortality. And Yoki just has this vendetta against Ed. And then we got Ling, who is a descendant of the Emperor of Xing, who is not well, and they're looking for like the next successor to be Emperor of Xing. Ling's attempt to stand out as a candidate is to find out about immortality in the Philosopher's Stone. And we got Fu and Lan Fan, whose families have worked for the emperors, I guess, is what Ling was saying last episode. So they are traveling with Ling and essentially Ed, Al, and Winry now. So we have this band of people as well. They're heading back to Central, and Winry wants to see the Hughes family. None of them know that Hughes is dead yet. I'm really not looking forward to when they do find out, because it's going to be really upsetting. And Xing seems to have this different idea of alchemy. They call it alchemistry. They said it was mainly used for medical purposes, whereas now alchemy is used mainly for the military, which Ed was very kind enough to point out last episode started to become more of a thing when Bradley became Furo, which is very interesting. Now we know more about Bradley. So there's this massive movement going on with you know, Father and the homunculi and alchemy and like the military. There's just this big thing going on. I just want to know more about it. So that's where we're at. I feel like everyone is going to come together at Central at some point. It might be this episode, it might not. We'll see. I'm really curious to see how everything pans out, because everyone like wants different things, but everyone's going to meet. It's going to be really interesting. So we're going to get right into it. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 16. Okay, Central. Are we back already? Okay, here we go. It's time.
Being spied on for hours.
I'm excited, but I'm not, because they're going to find out about Hughes.
Hey, where's the young lord?
They're just on top of the train.
Master Ling!
Gotta let these two worry about Ling. But where's he gone, though? Is he run off on his own, do his own thing? Is this him? Okay.
Something about this country doesn't feel right.
Oh, let me tell you, man. Footsteps of a comrade in arms. Okay. So he's already got the feel. Yeah, something's going on. Trust me, there are things going on, man.
It's me. I'm just checking in.
Huh.
Hey, it's the smoking guy! Hey, since it's night now, I can go and cut someone up, right?
Of course not.
You gotta give me something. At least bring that Hawkeye lady for a visit.
They're just playing chess and chilling.
The Colonel apologizes for having to give you such a dangerous assignment.
A happier sort to report.
Indeed.
What is it?
Holman, I found myself a girlfriend!
Oh, this is the guy in Roy's crew that had a girlfriend, right? And didn't want to leave. Okay.
Girl would be fun to cut up. Come on, what?
This guy needs to relax.
Please, just get out.
So they're all part of Roy's crew. Okay, I'm a little bit slow on that uptake. My apologies.
Hey, are you okay?
And he's collapsed again. Does he just do this?
Collapsed by the side of the road, huh?
Is he just trying to hustle for food again?
I'll need to see your entry visa, please.
You don't got that.
Out of the way, everyone.
Illegal alien coming through!
Illegal alien? You can't say that.
Where are you?
You think these guys don't stand out? Look at them.
He's collapsed, I'm sure of it. I think I'll head straight to the Hughes' house and let them know I'm in town.
Winry, no!
Can't wait to see Miss Gracia and cute little Elisa.
Bro, they don't know. Armstrong should have told them, man.
Okay, see you later.
Oh, Winry's going to find out by herself?
I wonder if Lieutenant Colonel Hughes has put together any more information on the Philosopher's Stone since he
I
left.
hate this.
Fear think it's best if we give Hughes the information that we found out first.
The homunculi.
The homunculi. So they're gonna find out.
Said he was in the court-martial office.
Yeah, they're gonna find out when they get there. Oh dear, I'm not ready for this. Oh, bro, the music. Not the phone booth. Not the... I hate this.
Sheska? Sheska!
Sheska, it's been a minute.
Yes, you have the key for room number 3, don't you? No, really, please don't!
She made a mess.
I'll clean it right up for you! Excuse me?
Is that Roy?
Colonel Mustang?
Has he been studying?
How long was I asleep?
About 10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes. That's why she couldn't.
Mustang that just left.
Oh, Captain Parker, sir. Good morning.
I was gonna say that's why she couldn't let her in because Roy was sleeping.
What was he doing here? The Colonel.
He'd be studying. Oh, he was.
Storeroom
Oh
door
no.
is open.
I'm sorry. I opened it, sir.
Is that where Hughes was? The
I
storeroom?
bet the Colonel twisted your arm, didn't he? Don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
Oh, I really appreciate that, sir.
Hmm.
Although, I do wonder what the Colonel was looking into.
It was what Hughes was looking into, maybe.
I'm not 100%
Oh, there's so many
certain
details to
about the
remember.
details, sir. He
That's
did
what I'm
ask
saying,
if there were
Jessica.
any materials having to do with the fifth laboratory. He was looking into the Hughes case.
There it is.
I got my
Yeah, I
job
was thinking
from
about
General
that. She's
Hughes.
probably really sad about this too.
Yes, I remember. Well, I've got tons of work to do.
That's what Hughes always used to say.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. It's envy. It was envy the whole time.
Good morning, Sheska.
Sir?
Oh, this is gonna trip her out. So that was envy she just spoke to. So envy's in there, man. Wait a second. Envy could be anyone.
Hello, sir. Hey.
Armstrong might be one of my favorites.
Did you tell them about Hughes's death? No.
No, he
I
couldn't.
couldn't bring myself to do it.
It's so
They'll
tough.
find out eventually, you know.
He's
The
getting
Elric
involved.
brothers found out what really happened to him, that he died trying to help them. They would blame
Oh, they'd feel
themselves.
so bad. True.
You're not telling them was kind. You've got it all figured out, don't you?
Yeah, he's been doing his
Almost
research.
there. Be careful, sir.
Same thing he said to Ed now.
You never
Don't
know
get
who
too
might be
involved.
listening in on you, or where.
True. What if that was envy? That's the thing. Like envy could be anyone.
Huh?
Hawkeye?
Lieutenant Hawkeye?
Oh no.
Hey guys, it's been a while.
If the lieutenant's here, that means so is
Thanks for
So
waiting.
is Roy.
the colonel. And we were thinking that we'd pay Lieutenant Colonel Hughes a visit a little later today. Where is he anyway?
Oh, just after he talked to Armstrong.
Not here.
Huh?
He's
He
not wrong.
retired out in the country.
He
Took his wife
retired.
and daughter with him
Oh man.
to take over the family business.
I see. Well, that's too bad.
You just can't tell
We
him.
were hoping to see him.
Roy's still pretty torn up about it.
Fullmetal.
Hmm?
Watch yourself. Don't do anything crazy.
Yep. They all understand. Damn, Hughes' death has so much meaning to all of this.
Colonel, they are gonna find out someday.
And the longer you leave it, man, it could
That's
get
fine.
worse.
I've accused Armstrong of being soft, but right now I'm no better than he is.
It's a hard thing to do, man.
I fail to see anything soft about it. It's cruel, Colonel.
Yeah.
I can't believe
They don't
Hughes
know.
is actually gone.
We need to tell Winry about all this.
Hmm?
She went straight to the Hughes house.
Lieutenant Ross.
I haven't
Ross!
seen you here in a while. You're in a hurry. Why the
Where's
rush?
Brosh?
We just heard about Lieutenant Colonel Hughes.
Oh, no. She thinks he's gonna mean that he's...
It's rough news, huh?
Oh no, is this how he
Said
finds
so
out?
much that we wanted to tell him about.
We would have liked to say goodbye.
Oh my god, this
We
conversation, I
weren't able
can't.
to reach you. The military gave him a proper send-off.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Nice.
They both have no idea what either of them are talking about.
I'm sure you'll both be glad to know he was promoted 2 whole ranks.
Up to Brigadier General?
He retired to the country and they promoted him?
Oh, there it is. Okay, no, she can fix this. Pick up on it. Oh no.
Lieutenant Ross?
Oh no.
Fullmetal.
Oh no.
Alchemist.
Dude, I don't feel good about that at all.
And here you are, miss.
She's gonna take that to the Hughes house. Dude, I don't feel good, man.
No, not the Lieutenant Colonel. Why him?
This is not the way I thought they'd find out. Like this?
I'm afraid we still haven't found the person responsible.
I hope he doesn't get mad at Roy. Or does he know?
I'm the one who pulled him into this.
Yep, okay. Oh, this is exactly what Roy said. I'm gonna cry.
Al, how are you gonna eat wearing that armor? Take it off, relax.
I'm not here for this.
I understand that you two don't have a place to stay, which means you'll have to come with me.
That's so tough. Winry, no! Do they still live there? Oh no, not Daddy! Gracia. Okay, at least everyone's here, and we can be together and talk about this. But I hate
Tell it
this.
like it is. You going back. I'm the only one who has to take the blame for what happened.
Oh, come on.
Brother,
It's not your fault.
this isn't just your problem. It's both of ours.
Al needs to be there too, at
Like
least.
it or not, I'm going in with you.
Good.
We said we were getting our bodies back no matter what.
Let's go.
But if people are going to die because of that, then I don't want mine back.
Now you gotta talk to more people about it. Aw.
Minry's already here.
Oh my god. That makes me so sad. Yeah, she already knows. Everyone just hug it out, man.
Miss Gracia? I'm sorry, but there's something I need to talk to you about.
I think Gracia will be...
That's
This
right.
will be good. I would love for Winry to be in the know about all this as well.
He's learned things about the Philosopher's Stone that someone didn't want him to know. His death was a message.
I think it's huge of them to be able to say this to Gracia.
Sorry.
I think Gracia will be really good about this though.
So sorry.
That would be just like him, dying while trying to help somebody else. My husband, he always was a busybody and a
Yeah.
meddler, and it got him into
Yeah.
trouble. A lot. I don't think he ever had regrets.
That's just who he was.
Not any. Not even in his dying moments, Edward.
I'm so glad.
But we...
Don't tell me you're going to give up.
Good. No, I'm glad this is happening now. I'm glad.
You can't let what
It's
happened
very
be.
difficult, but this
If
is
you do,
good.
Then that means my husband died in vain.
Yes. Damn, Gracia's a real one.
Philosopher's Stone is a dead end.
Maybe, I guess.
Good, good.
You
Oh, I'm
always have to
exhausted.
Keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
Any way you can.
Wow, what a trip. Okay. Don't. Oh, fuck, she was being so strong. I feel sick. Oh my god. I just feel awful.
Winry, you in there?
Good on Ed for checking up.
You know, you have to eat to keep up your strength. Okay, I'll go back to my room.
Oh. Yes.
Apple pie?
That's right. I've practiced making it a few times.
They talked about this on the train, right?
I've gotten pretty good at it. Someday
Oh.
that Mr. Hughes would get to try some too.
I'm gonna cry! Sorry, where are we?
So the nosy Colonel Mustang is snooping around the Hughes matter?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Do you think he discovered anything?
Wait, oh, this is Envy. This is Envy.
Possibility.
So they're after Roy now?
Already moved him
And
to
it is
Central, where
chimeras?
We'd be able to keep a closer eye on him. I'd hate to waste an important sacrifice candidate.
Roy's the candidate as well, okay.
From your new boyfriend.
New boyfriend.
Nothing. I'm off to gather some more intelligence.
Interesting.
Let's go, Gluttony.
What you said before about how much nicer it would be if the Flame Colonel would behave himself. Well, we've got a noisy mutt. Perhaps all he needs is a nice bone to chew on.
Interesting. I don't quite pick up on what Envy is saying, but clearly they're
Second Lieutenant Maria
making a play on Ross. On Roy, excuse
I'm
me.
Henry Douglas from the Provost Marshal's office. You'll have to come along with us. Your gun.
Interesting. What's this about?
May I ask what this is about?
You've been named as the primary suspect in the Brigadier General Hughes murder case. Please.
Oh, is this because Envy was disguised as Ross?
You can tell your side of it later.
Is this what they were doing? Did Envy give them this information somehow?
Second Lieutenant Maria Ross, pleading not guilty on all charges.
Gather whatever information you can about her. Go now.
This is what I think they've done.
But secretly.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like a bouquet of these, please.
My, what's
For his girlfriend.
Date lover boy.
Oh, that's lust. Oh. I don't normally click on things like this, so I'm really proud of myself right now. It's probably not that big a deal to most people, but it is to me. When he said earlier, I found a new girlfriend, and Envy was just like, what have you learned from your boyfriend? Let's see where this goes. Oh, it's lust. Solaris?
Oh no, I just got here. It's so good to see you, Jean.
Jean.
Why don't you sit down and tell me all about your day?
She's just getting information from him. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay, what a little shake-up at the end there. A lot of things happened. I've gone through so many emotions. Like, I was dead ass on the verge of crying through that whole Hughes sequence all the way to the end where Winry broke down. Like, that was a lot. So we actually got almost nothing of the whole Xing side of things that was brought into the series last episode, and it's going to simmer there for a while before we actually get what's going on. So the whole Hughes thing just came and went this episode. Ed, Al, and Winry arriving back and they're like, straight away, let's go to Hughes. Let's go see Hughes. Let's go see his family. Let's go see Gracia. And we find out that Envy is just inside, just disguised as people getting information. She got some information from Sheska about what Roy was looking into, which we saw at the end with Envy talking to Lust and Gluttony about, yeah, Roy's snooping around the same way Hughes was. Now they're targeting Roy, but they need him as a sacrifice. He's a good candidate, so very interesting. And Armstrong and Roy had a conversation. Roy's like, yeah, I've been doing some digging. I know exactly what happened. Hughes got involved. He got killed for it. He was looking around where he shouldn't. And they both talked about how difficult it is for them to tell Ed and Al. Straight after that, Roy is faced with exactly that. He couldn't tell them. Don't blame him. Hawkeye was a good character this episode. I really like, who she is and what she's doing for Roy. And then Ross comes in. And that was a very difficult conversation to listen to because they're both talking about Hughes, but, like, is he retired? Is he dead? None of them know. And then, unfortunately, it's not Ross's fault because of the way Ed and Al were talking about it. We just heard about Hughes, and not the way I thought they'd find out at all. I wish it was different, like Armstrong told them or Roy told them, but it is what it is. Yeah, hell of a way to find out and an appropriate reaction. But I'm so impressed that they went straight to Gracia, but obviously because Winry was there, but they went straight up like, we're gonna tell her what happened. Like, and they're not wrong. They're wrong to blame themselves, I think, but they're not wrong about what happened. Like, because of what they're looking into, Hughes got involved, the whole Philosopher's Stone business. He did some digging of his own, which, like Gracia said, it's just who he was. Like, he was a busybody, like he was putting his nose where he shouldn't. He was just trying to help other people, Ed and Al. And he got killed for it, which is just really unfortunate. Like, no one saw this coming. No one thought this was going to happen. So I'm super impressed that Ed and Al went straight to Gracia and were able to talk to her about how they felt about things. And I'm really glad that Gracia reacted the way she did. Like, I don't want you guys to give up. That would mean Hughes' death is in vain. Like, she doesn't blame them, which is great, because they were ready just to blame themselves and give up. Al said, if people are going to die for our cause, I don't want my body back. It's not about, we don't want people dying for us. But Gracie was really good. I'm really happy with that. And Winry as well. Like, the whole, when she opens the door and Hughes' daughter is, like, daddy, like, that's, and then it was Winry, and then it's just a lot. But they didn't really drag it out. It all came and went through this episode. They grieved. Winry was off in a room. Al was off by himself. Ed tried to eat. Went up and saw Winry, which I'm really glad he checked in on her. And then she referenced the whole apple pie thing they talked about on the train on their way down south to Dublin, I believe. And that when Winry said she wanted Hughes to try her pie that she'd been breaking, that was almost it for me. It was almost a really terrible day for Ren. And then straight from that, crazy transition to Lust, Gluttony, and Envy. And they're talking about, yep, Roy, Envy's got this information from Sheshka, essentially, that Roy is looking around, the Hughes case and getting involved exactly where Hughes was. And now they're like, okay, we need to stop him, but we don't want to get rid of him because he's an important candidate for this whole sacrifice shenanigans. So they're like, how about we stir things up a little bit? And that's why I think they've gone in and gone, yeah, Ross is a prime suspect. The only person who would have seen Ross, or could have seen Ross, there was Envy, because Envy was disguised as Ross, unless someone else saw. But I feel like it's them who fed the information in, and that's why Ross is under suspicion now. So Jean from Roy's team, who was making a big deal about, I don't want to transfer, I have a girlfriend, who was talking about, oh, I've met this new girl. I'm like, cool, that's great. Nice callback to the other episode. And then Envy's talking to Lust, saying, have you heard anything from your new boyfriend? And I'm thinking, I wonder who that is. Like, what's going on there? And then as soon as we cut back to Jean looking for his date, it clicks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Lust is out here going on dates with this guy who's just all, you know, he wants a girlfriend kind of thing. She's taking advantage of that situation. Tell me all about your day, she says. Give me all the information. That's so interesting. So all sorts of things are going on. Like, Envy's just in there being disguised as people getting information. Lust is essentially dating someone in Roy's team. They're in a really good position right now, no? And they have all these chimeras in cages, it seemed, under Central. Things are gonna... So many things are happening all the time. So that's where we're at. The homunculi are in Central, like inside, essentially. Winry, Ed, and Al now know about Hughes. They know what's happened. They've met with Roy, who's in Central. So at this point, all we have is Scar, May, and Yoki on their way to Central as well. This whole Ross investigation is probably going to happen as well. I think the end goal of that is to shake things up with Roy. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen next. I just think something to do with Lust and Envy is going to happen. But it's all just really interesting. It always is. So I think the Hughes thing is going to be a lot of fuel for Ed and Al specifically going forward, especially after Gracia told them, you know, don't let his death be in vain. Keep going, keep moving forward. It's a big theme here. No matter what, keep fighting. It's so interesting how Lust and Envy need to go about their ways to infiltrate when Bradley is literally at the top. He's in there. But maybe it's to kind of keep suspicion off of Bradley. That's why Lust and Envy are doing things this way. I think at this point, we'll just have to see what happens. There's lots of things that could happen, and I think I've covered everything that I'm thinking about. Crazy episode, lots of emotions. And it looked like, I will touch on this, it looked like Ling was trying to like pretend he was conked out or whatever, just to try and get some more food or something, like he was last episode. And it looked like the state alchemists find him. I can't remember if anything happened after that. I don't think it did. But yeah, I feel like a lot of things could happen from here. We'll just have to see. That's going to do it from me for this one. Thank you all again so much for watching. Please continue to leave your comments and feedback. I always appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.